Good morning, Period 2. Today's Thursday, May 14th, 2020. The topic is piecewise functions. So you should have your graph paper out. I want you to number it. Go up to 9, right to 9, down to -9, and left to -9. And then draw these two graphs here. Pause and do that now. Okay, you're back. All right, so it's in pieces. This is one piece and another piece. So whatever this real life situation is, it started out linear and then became quadratic. You can see this is a quadratic curve here. So we're going to write a piecewise function. We have to write a linear and a quadratic all in the same function. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that. First, we're going to start with the linear. And what you want to do is you want to put your points right into a table. So pause and do that now. Write the points that you see there. Include this open circle in your points. So you're just putting this point, this point, this point, and this point in your table. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to do -4, -3, -2, -1. At -4, it's at 7, then it's at 5, then it's at 3, then it's at 1. All right, so this is linear. We're going to do it by hand. We're going to do y equals mx plus b. Using the table, come up with the equation in y equals mx plus b. All right, so the slope is down 2, up 1. So that would be change of y over change of x would be -2 over 1, which is -2. So that's -2x. And then your y-intercept, you could just back it up. So notice, so you're going up 1 here, up 1, so it's -3, -2, -1. You have to get to 0. Actually go forward because it's the other way. 7, 5, 3, 1, and then another -2 would give you -1. So your y-intercept would be -1. You have to go find that 0. There it is. All right, so that's your linear equation. Now I'm going to show you how to do that on a graphing calculator. Okay, so we're going to make sure your calculator's on, ready to go. All right, so now you're going to hit the stat button. Stat for the word statistics. When you have lists of data, you're going to hit number 1. So just hit enter on 1, edit. And you're going to have points. You may have numbers in there. So to clear it out, you go up, you hit clear, and you arrow down. And you go over, you hit clear, and you arrow down, and you clear them out. All right, so now we're going to enter in our list 1. So we're entering in -4, -3, -2, -1. Those will be our x's. Just make sure you use your negative case. So -4, -3, -2, -1. And then on the other side, 7, 5, 3, 1. So 7, 5, 3, 1. Okay, so now you're going to, since we're working with stat, we're going to keep hitting that stat button. So you're going to hit the stat again. And you're going to calculate. And LIN is linear regression equation. I'll get into when we're doing statistics next, so I'll explain regression, that word. But look for the LIN. This next one's a quadratic. This is cubic. That one you don't have to worry about. And there's also an exponential right there. So we're going to do the linear because this is a line. So you hit enter. Make sure this says list 1 and that says list 2. That's your x and your y. This other stuff, just hit enter, enter, calculate, enter. And you may have some more stuff. Just look at the a and the b. So you know how we have y equals mx plus b? The calculator uses an a instead of an m. I don't know why that is. Okay, so that's your slope and that's your y-intercept, and it matches ours. So you can get that information there also. Okay, so the other side is quadratic. So we're going to write a table for the quadratic one. All right, so you're going to do your x and your y. Right, and you're going to write in the points, go from least to greatest for your x's. So 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 is at 0, 1 is at 1, 2 is at 4, 3 is at 9, and 4, oh sorry, it's only 1 to 3. I did something wrong here. Can you change yours? Because I have to redo this video. Make this 3, 9. This should not be here. So this should look like this. Okay. So this looks like that. So we're going to just take off the 4. Okay, so make sure your coordinates are 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, and 3, 9. Just pause and fix that graph. Hopefully you did it in pencil. Sorry about that. All right, so that's your quadratic. All right, so now you can see it's 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. It's just to show that it's quadratic. But you're going to be able to find that in your calculator. So what you do now is you go to your stat button. You hit number 1, enter for edit. Highlight it, hit clear, arrow down. Highlight it, hit clear, arrow down. And then you're going to put in the numbers. So for the X or list 1, you're going to put in 0, enter 1, enter 2, enter 3, enter. And then for list 2, 0, enter 1, enter 4, enter 9. Okay. All right, so now you're going to go back to stat again, calc, but you're not going to hit a linear, you're going to hit quadratic regression. Enter, list 1, list 2, calculate. All right, so they give you the standard format, ax squared plus bx plus c. B and c are 0, so this will get wiped off. It's just the a, and the a is a 1. So it's simply y equals, I'll put the 1 just to exaggerate it, 1x squared, which is y equals just plain x squared. So there's my quadratic. There's my linear. Okay, this is how you write a piecewise. So you're going to write f of x equals, and then you make the braces. Just one brace on the left side, because it's kind of linking two things together. And this means y equals. This is your y equals, right? So you don't need that y. You just need the expression. You're just going to write this for the linear. So you're going to write negative 2x minus 1. And then this is y. Y equals. That's just x squared because it's y equals. And then you're going to have x squared. So there's your linear, there's your quadratic. And then you're going to put commas. Now, right here is going to be the domain for both. So you notice this doesn't go on forever this way. What is the domain? So it begins at the -1 and goes left, right? Anything below it, it's heading that way. So it's to the left. Look at just your domain as you're just looking at your x-axis. It doesn't include -1 though. But you do begin there because you need that like a -1.0001. So you do need that -1. So you write x is less than -1. So this tells you you're not going to do this all the way through. You're only doing it from -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. You're only filling in those points with your arrow. Okay, and then the quadratic piece, look at your just your domain, which is just your x-axis. Which ones are included? Notice nothing left of 0 is included. It's 0 and this way. So you would write x is greater than or equal to 0. And this is what a piecewise function looks like. I know this looks a little crazy. We're going to be doing them for a few days. But that's what it looks like. All right. Now let's go to the second piece of graph paper. This time I'm giving you a piecewise function, and we're going to graph it on the graph paper. And we're going to use our table, which makes it easier. Okay. So now you're going to do, this is given to you. This is a absolute value. This is a square root function. So you're going to go into your y equals, and you're going to put in your absolute value. So let's review how to do that. You hit math, number, hit enter on absolute value, and then you're going to put in x minus 1, and then right arrow out of there. And then you're going to go to second table. Now, it's anything less than -1. So let's get to -1. So there's -1, right? Because you're just looking at your domain. Anything less than -1. So we're going to make a table now for this one. This is this is our absolute value table. Okay, here's your x and here's your y. So we want to go in order from least to greatest. So let's just go as far as -5. So we'll do -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. Okay. You always find the one that you see here, even if it's not equal to. And then at -5, it's at 6. So you put a 6. At -4, it's 5, then 4, then 3, then 2. All right, -1, it's at 2. All right, so it's less than -1. So you're going to go to the -1 and plot -1, 2, but it's not equal to, so put an open circle. Don't color that in. All right, I'm just putting an open circle. Then -2 is 3. And it goes up in order, so then like this, -3, -4, -5. And since it's less than, you're going to show your arrow that way, okay? All right, so that's that one. Now this one's a square root, so you go to your y equals, clear that out, and we're going to do the square root, which is right there. So you do second square root x, and then do second table. All right, notice these are errors because there is no graph there. It starts at 0, 0, which is perfect because it says greater than or equal to 0. So our table for this one, remember, anything that's not linear, you need a table for. You're going to have 0, 0, 1, 1. Just do a few more so we don't go off our graph. Don't go off your graph paper though. This is a decimal, okay, 4, 2. Still on your graph, 4, 2. Decimal, 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 9, 3. And you can't go further than 9, so that's enough for your table. And then you're going to go to 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, and 9, 3. Notice I colored in the 0, 0 because I didn't leave it open because it's equal to. See the equal to? It can equal it. And you just go like this. And you put an arrow. And you're done, except you need to label. So this side you can say, you could just write the x minus 1 here to show that's that piece. And that's your radical x to show that piece. And you are done. Again, this is tricky. Hang in there. We'll do a few of them. You'll start to get it. All right. Have a great day.